guys, just a quick video on self-fulfilling prophecies, and this is all about separating your reality from your imagination. Now, I have a very active imagination and I use it constantly to create healthy outcomes, positive engagements with people, positive environments and situations, and I try to visualize success all the time. But if you're someone that has been exposed to lots of negative experiences growing up, if you're exposed to conflict and rows and lots of deep emotional distress, you may project that forward into future situations where it has no relevance or no part of, and all of a sudden you could be started imagining rows with your partner or with your boss or with colleagues. You could be imagining getting sick, you could be imagining getting physically hurt by something, you could be imagining accidents, you could be imagining losing jobs, but that will change your behaviour and your attitude towards other people and towards life, and you may end up creating those things in your life. You hear so many stories of people become neurotic around their health, but they actually spend a huge amount of their life sick, and I don't think that's an accident. I don't believe that for a second. Maybe they actually genuinely, maybe they created the thoughts create upset in terms of the central nervous system, and maybe those thoughts actually did have a physical manifestation inside themselves. But I definitely know this in terms of relationships. I hear people saying that, oh, I can imagine what this person might say or that person might say, and that person, I can't mind read, and no one, you can't either, so you don't know what they're going to say, and you've no right even trying to guess what that person's going to say. But all of a sudden a row comes from nowhere and it causes a huge amount of distress and conflict, and all of a sudden the thing that you feared, you've created it. So it's so important to watch your mind and watch your thoughts, and it's an integral part of mental health and minding your psychological health, because you need to start breaking these cycles of thought, because if you start feeding into them all the time, you're just going to bring yourself in a downward spiral. You need to change the script, and part of that is actively thinking about positive things and imagining how you want things to work out. You could have exam results coming out, imagining how you want the results to turn out. You could have waiting for a result from of anything. Just keep your mind tuned into what you would like to happen. And people try and deal with a problem before it's happened. If you're waiting for results, for example, you can't react until you actually gotten the results. So until that has happened, you hold on to how you want it to turn out, and then when the problem is actually there, you deal with it as it comes. And you might find that you're much more relaxed and much more objective in your thoughts, because you haven't fed into all this crap that you're thinking about. So mind your thoughts, and just be careful, because you could create an amazing life, you might create a very negative life for yourself as well. You need to be very careful. Right, that's it guys, I'm going to head off. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.